Amelia stared into the mirror, her reflection staring back with equal measures of sadness and frustration. She saw flaws everywhere. Too tall, too curvy, hair too wild, laugh too loud. This was her daily ritual, a self-inflicted inventory of all the ways she felt inadequate. It was easier to focus on her imperfections than to believe in her own worth. Growing up, Amelia constantly compared herself to others. In a world obsessed with appearances, she felt like she was constantly falling short. The popular girls in school seemed to glide through life with an effortless grace that Amelia craved. They were everything she wasn't: confident, outgoing, and seemingly comfortable in their own skin. Amelia longed to break free from the self-doubt that held her captive. She wished she could silence the negative voice in her head that whispered she wasn't good enough. But the voice was relentless, chipping away at her self-esteem with every passing day. It kept her small, hiding in the shadows of her own potential. One chilly autumn afternoon, Amelia found herself at a local bookstore, seeking solace in the familiar comfort of words. As she browsed the shelves, a title caught her eye: The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. Intrigued, Amelia sank into a nearby armchair, the weight of the book a comforting presence in her hands. As she delved into the pages, a profound shift began to take place within her. Brown's words resonated deep within Amelia's soul, like a gentle hand reaching out to pull her from the depths of her self-doubt. For the first time, Amelia felt seen and understood. Brown spoke about the courage to be vulnerable, to embrace imperfection, and to step into the fullness of one's authentic self. That evening, Amelia attended a workshop on self-compassion. The speaker, a warm and engaging woman named Sarah, shared her own journey of self-discovery and the transformative power of self-love. Sarah's words struck a chord with Amelia. She realized that true happiness wasn't about achieving some unattainable standard of perfection, but about embracing herself, flaws and all. That night, as Amelia walked home beneath a canopy of twinkling stars, she made a decision. She would no longer be a prisoner to her own self-doubt. It was time to break free from the chains of her own making and embrace the unique and beautiful person she was meant to be. Amelia started small. She began each day with positive affirmations, speaking words of kindness and encouragement to herself. She replaced her critical inner voice with one of compassion and understanding. Instead of focusing on her flaws, she shifted her attention to her strengths, celebrating her accomplishments and acknowledging her inherent worth. It wasn't easy at first. Old habits died hard. There were days when the negative self-talk threatened to pull her back into the abyss of self-doubt. But Amelia persevered, drawing strength from the wisdom she had gleaned from Brown's book and Sarah's workshop. Gradually, Amelia began to notice a change within herself. The once timid girl who had shrunk from the world now stood a little taller, her steps a little lighter. She started taking risks, pursuing her passions with a newfound sense of purpose. She discovered a love for painting, her canvases bursting with vibrant colors that reflected the joy she was finally finding within herself. The world took notice of Amelia's transformation. She attracted genuine connections, surrounding herself with people who celebrated her for who she truly was. Her laughter became more frequent, more authentic, a melody that filled the spaces she inhabited. Amelia had found her voice, not by silencing her imperfections, but by embracing them as an integral part of her beautiful, messy, and perfectly imperfect self.